Alright, welcome back to the Corporate Esports Association DotA 2 Spring 2020 tournament. Today we've got Microsoft Team 2, I think that's their official team name, against DotA from Facebook, representing Facebook. This logo is not what I expected it to be. The meme is like the WhatsApp from Facebook and Instagram from Facebook, but I don't really know where this eat sleep thing came from, but this is the right company logo shenanigans that we have going on right now. So I do enjoy the meme a little bit. But let's hop into the draft. This is still week 1. I'm still catching up on the games a little bit, so I've got a few more left to do. And Fruitcakes, who was casting with me previously, is playing in this one, which is why we decided to hold off on casting this one the other day. So right off the bat, the Edge ban is kind of interesting to me. I know in like the previous week I said Edge is like super busted, but then a new patch came out, so her impetus mana cost went up from like 35 to 65 at level 1 or something crazy like that. It used to scale up, but now it's 65 at every level, and the 65 is higher than it was at max level before. So I think Enchantress got gimped pretty significantly by this nerf. I think it's probably around the same level it was when it was her ultimate. If I can, let me check this.
5 seconds remain.
But yeah, the 65 mana at level 1 is absurd. That's so much mana. Let's see. Impetus mana cost down from 40, 55, 70 to 40, 45, 50, 55. But now it's 65 every level. So it used to be 70 at level 18, and now it's 65 at all levels. So that's pretty rough for Enchantress, I would say. But these other two bans are pretty normal here. I think Rubik is really favored right now. Like, I feel like Arcane Supremacy is a little bit ridiculous. It's basically a timeless relic at level 1, and you get this tier 4 item at level 2 or 3 depending on or level 2 or 4 depending on how you want to skill the build. So yeah, I mean it does feel a little bit ridiculous.
10 seconds to pick.
But on the side of Microsoft Team 2, pretty normal bans here. I think PA is not really first phase material, but it is possible. There's definitely like room to pick PA, especially because Facebook has has first pick, so they can use 2 bans to protect it afterwards. But I think PA is super strong right now. She just doesn't really fall behind anymore. But we're gonna see Lion and Venge picked. So starting off with the position fights, I think Venge is in a really good spot right now. The aura, I think the max aura build is probably the way to go. You just get so much value, especially if you have strength heroes on your team, like Underlord. You just like having 13 extra strength early on is really nice. So I don't think these two heroes will be laning together, but now that Underlord is picked, we'll see if Facebook want to pick, one of those like standard Underlord counters like Monkey King or Slark. Honestly, like, you could pick Slark right now, they can ban Bloodseeker afterwards, and then Slark is not going to have the hardest game, or he's not going to be instantly countered. They're going to go with Witch Doctor instead, so that's quite interesting. This is kind of it's not the strongest support duo. They both kind of do the same thing, right? They have a semi-long range stun and a high damage output ultimate, but other than that, there's not. I mean, I guess Lion has more hex too. I'm curious who's going to be the position 4 here. It's probably going to be Lion because he does do a little bit better with farm. Sure, like the Witch Doctor Ags is great, but Lion with like a fast blink is a lot more impactful. usually with Witch Doctor, you probably want to go for a Glimmer Cave first anyway, so like Ags is a little bit far away, but there's not really much rush to get Ags. Alright, Tusk and Lich banned out. I think the Lich is interesting. I don't really see position 4 Venge too often, so banning another position 5 is not common. From Microsoft Team 2, I think the Troll ban is really good. He does pretty well against Underlord, all things considered, even though he's an Agi hero. And Ricky banned too, a hero who's coming on the up in the meta now as a safe lane carry. His regen in lane is quite bonkers. He can just like make it through the Underlord Firestorm spam. So Dravenge is going to be the combo here. Looks like Microsoft want to go for a Deathball strategy. Auras abound, and they already have this Underlord to tank for them, so I like this draft pick a lot. So if you're Facebook, unfortunately their 2 supports don't have a whole lot of wave clear, so that's definitely going to be a big problem for them coming up against the Drow Deathball. So yeah, they also picked Underlord already on the side of Microsoft, so that's a hero who would do really well against this this Deathball meta. Although Underlord in the lane against Drow is like pretty miserable to play, so I guess it's not. Underlord might not have been the best pick for them either. I'm curious who they want to pick for their offlane to go against the Drow. It's kind of difficult to play a melee hero against Drow because of Frost Arrows and multi-shot, so they could look for a ranged offlaner. Okay, they're gonna go with Monkey King early. They already know that they're up against the Underlord, so I think Monkey King's a pretty good pick here. Lots of mobility as well to get on top of the Drow Ranger. Although you can get gusted mid-air during the Boundless Strike, and then that's pretty rough. Okay, so Ogre's picked as well, which means it might be Venge in the offlane with Underlord. I'm not really feeling Ogre and Underlord versus Monkey King. I think it's a little bit harder than Venge Underlord. And you can also use the Ogre as this big like tanky body to defend the Drow in the lane, so I would prefer to see these 2 lane together and these 2 lane together, but either combination is probably fine. So they're gonna go with Legion Commander. I think that could be a little bit rough. They have the Death Ward and the Finger to blow people up during the duel, but I'm kind of worried about this Legion's laning phase. We'll see what kind of build Legion wants to go for, because most people have been going max press the attack since Seb made it really popular at TI. This kind of like support style offlane. You can kind of like sustain through Drow's bullshit during the lane as well, and early press the attack. If she's up against Ogre, you can always press the attack, ignite off, and I mean, Ogre is one of the other things I'm like really curious about, because recently I think people have been picking up ignite again. There was a phase where like maybe like 6 months where the build was like 404, skip ignite entirely, but now that ignite adds duration per hit and multicast, there's like some benefit to like multicasting ignite again. Oh, well, it wasn't previously the case at all. So I think ignite is back on the table, but if he's up against Legion Commander, it's probably not worth skilling. Maybe just send the Ogre to the offlane now, and with the Underlord, just spam ignite Firestorm. Gonna make this Monkey King's life pretty miserable, and the Venge Drow is going to do a little bit better against the Legion Commander. 2 ranged heroes against a melee hero. So Husker banned out for Microsoft. I actually think Husker is like really bad against Drow, because you just get gusted after the life break and then multi-shotted, and it's pretty tough. And you can still multi-shot during disarm, because it's not an attack. It's a channeling spell. So I actually think Husker is not that good against Drow. OD banned out. I think that's a good ban here. Like OD with Drow Ranger is pretty scary. Tons of bonus agility. But that means they're probably gonna go up against Viper instead. It's another common pairing with Drow Ranger. But I think OD's a little bit scarier. We'll see if their mid lane can counter Viper in any way. Alternatively, this is a pretty decent sniper game for them. Although they banned out OD, not Storm. They're gonna go with Zeus instead. So this is gonna be the wave clear between Legion Commander and Zeus. You also have the Boundless Strike as well, so they can start dealing with the push now. And a mid silencer. Oh, this is just gonna have a miserable lane, and with the bonus agility as well from the Drow, this silencer is gonna hit really hard. So I think I do like Microsoft's draft a little bit better. I think Facebook will have to make some magic happen. They have to find pickoffs. They have to make sure, like, I think Microsoft needs to make a lot of mistakes for Facebook to win in this game, because their death ball is kind of terrifying. They have a save as well with the Venge. It's kind of hard to get on top of these heroes. I think if Facebook want to win here, Legion has to have a great start. She needs to start snowballing a little bit. Well, let's hop into the game. Oh, wait, we gotta pause. But I can guess do the play intros anyway. So on the side of Microsoft Team 2, we got Rejul on the Drow, Saren on the Vengeful Spirit, 7.7k Commands Gamer on the Silencer, PV on the Unlord, and Bomberman on the Ogre Magi. On the side of Facebook, we got Tex on the Monkey King, Stiller on the Zeus, Fruitcakes on Legion Commander, Chillbro Swaggins on the Lion, and the Villain on the Witch Doctor. So it's still unclear who's going in which lane. This Lion build is also kind of curious, but I do like it a lot. You actually don't need mangoes on Lion. They reduced the mana cost for Earth Spike from like 100 to 70 a while ago, and so you know, you get you can't run out of mana using Earth Spike, especially if you go mana drain at level 2. It's really difficult to run out of mana, so just focus more on health regen. I like this opening a lot. I think we're gonna have an unpause here, see what the lanes are gonna look like. This is an interesting mid Zeus build as well, because I don't know if Clarity is the right way to go, but he's gonna have a little bit less base damage, damage when it comes to denying because of this glaives. Maybe Zeus should have gone for the similar build then as Silencer, so some Mantle of Intelligences. Okay, so it's going to be Venge with the Underlord and Ogre with Drow. So they're preferring the tankiness from the Ogre here, but I feel like Ogre coming top may be able to put on more pressure. Witch Doctor did skill Voodoo Restoration first, which I kind of saw a little bit at the end of last year, but it doesn't feel good at all. You can't win this level 1 bounty rune fight if you're going for Voodoo Restoration. You're basically guaranteeing that you're going to lose the bounty. Oh, the villain taking a lot of last hits already. It seems like they're going to be pushed away from this bounty rune at top. So it's going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of Microsoft. Good stuff for them already. And Lion and Legion took a pretty hefty chunk of damage. The level 1 ignite as well, so I've been seeing this a lot recently. It's pretty obnoxious to deal with as well, especially if you hit both of them with the ignite. It's just like, ugh, I can't deal with this. So Chillburst Dragons, he's gonna have a pretty rough lane here, I think. Like this, Bomberman's just gonna run at him the entire time. But they did push the wave in pretty heavily, so this Radiant wave, it's going to push towards the Dire side. It should be a bit safer. But Chillburst Dragons, he started with 9 tangos. Okay, no, actually he sold some stuff, but I guess so. And he's down to 4 already. I guess he like changed his items, bought a stick. I'm also very curious about this Venge build. I've been a fan of going Wave of Terror at level 1 since like forever. Just because it's a lot of value, it's really spammable, doesn't cost that much mana. But oh, nice cast coming out, but it's gonna bounce back onto the creep. The magic missile onto the Witch Doctor will help them disengage a bit. But if they got the cast back on the Venge, I think Venge could have been in a little bit of trouble there. But no level 2 yet on the Monkey King. Also a level 1 Atrophy Aura. I'm very much not a fan of this. You're basically saying that, oh, okay, Witch Doctor actually might go down here. One more hit from Seren. Is he gonna get it? Oh, no, the dive. And Seren, I think he's gonna feed here. No, Magic Missile comes out as well. The salve gets cancelled instantly, and Monkey King with the 300 attack range is going to get that first blood on Microsoft Seren. But now the Firestorm is coming out. I honestly think Atrophy Aura at level 1 is never the right play, just because you're basically saying that like I can win this lane without any abilities, and that is usually pretty unlikely. Whereas if you go Firestorm at level 1, you get to pressure the Monkey King a little bit, make him burn some regen as he goes for last hits in the lane. But level 2 Firestorm, now he's back on track to where he should have been. He has 20 extra damage right now, but Seren, he's nowhere nearby. PV, he is going to be okay, but Tex is taking a lot of damage. This is what I meant by the Firestorm being very effective here. And it's going to be pretty difficult for him to lane now, assuming that Underlord keeps spamming. I'd like to see Seren buy a Bassi Ring for his lane. That would improve Underlord's mana regen significantly, and it just helps him spam out Firestorms even more. But also, Underlord's going for a Soul Ring, so I guess it's fine. Terror comes out, but it seems like they're focusing different targets. The cast comes out too with the Maledict, a 2-man Boundless Strike with the Jingu stacks, and it seems like they're both going to go down here. Seren might be able to make it out, so good thing for her, but PV's going to go down. Bomberman in the meantime, seems like he got a little bit over aggressive, just got spiked and mana drained. So max overwhelming odds from Legion Commander, just trying to spam out the Drow in this lane. That seems like the strategy they're going for, and I don't mind it too much. Soul Ring already done on the Legion Commander, so Legion gonna play a pretty similar strategy to the Underlord here. Nice Boundless Strike onto 2. Magic Missile comes out. I don't think they're gonna be able to get this Monkey King. Oh, maybe. If he turns around for one more hit, the Firestorm comes out, but it's not gonna be enough damage here. Still 4 tangos and maybe a salve on the way? Nope, just more tangos. The villain with a 102 build is kind of interesting as well, but let's talk about mid. I haven't seen mid at all, but Zeus seems to be owning here. That's not what I expected at all. Wow, this is somewhat surprising. Arcane Curse comes out. I feel like this is very Silencer favored, but somehow Zeus is making it work. Like, Zeus has pretty low range. I guess he's just been spamming Arc Lightning from the back. I'm not really sure what skill build he went for. 5-minute Battle Runes. Looks like he's going to be all for going the way of Microsoft. But yeah, and also all 3 heroes on the side, all 3 cores on the side of Facebook, topping the last hit charts. PV goes down again to the Maledict. They notice that Venge had went to grab the runes, so there's a good opportunity to dive the Underlord here. So they gave up 2 bounty runes, but got a nice kill on the Underlord. Maybe it was worth it after all. Interesting that there's a only pointing Gust on the Drow Ranger. I normally don't see this. I feel like Drows are usually pretty greedy, but they're trying to go for Chilbro Swaggins. He's not gonna die here though. Only 1 point in the Frost Arrows. The second point in Frost Arrows is the really good one.
Thanks.
Which is why I normally see 2-0-3. But early pointing Gust. Maybe he's just trying to get some defensive play. Alright, Silencer's level 6. He's gonna get the Invis rune on the Zeus, but not gonna be able to make too much of it. An uphill miss as well. But Silencer's, he's out of mana now. So is Zeus, but he's got a bottle and a mango. We'll see what. Okay, the clarity comes out, but it's pretty easy for Zeus to cancel this, so he's got to be careful. Invis pop now by the Zeus. Seems like he's gonna stay around mid though. And also 2 mangoes popped by the Silencer here. Tex gets another kill on the Vengeful Spirit. So Monkey King having a great lane so far. Oh, Bomberman looking for Fruitcakes. He spots him, but Fruitcakes jukes him out. It seems like Fruitcakes is going to be okay. He has, yeah, he pops the mango for the press the attack, but could be in trouble now. In the meantime, Bomberman, he gets stunned, but Drow, she can come in and help here. Not attacking, which is very odd. And Bomberman's courier goes down too. Very unfortunate. Wasn't able to deliver his items either. I didn't see what was on the courier, but it's pretty unfortunate. It was probably his boots. He's got arcade boots queued up and no more boots in the quick buy. So that's really unfortunate for him. I feel like Ritual could have helped him and maybe put a lot of pressure on the Legion Commander here. Saren gonna grab this outpost, but looks like the villain is 2 levels higher. I don't know if this Venge can fight Witch Doctor here. There are no creeps to bounce the cast to, but maybe we should just drop down the Maledict anyway. PV's coming as well. It seems like nothing is really going to happen here. But it seems like Silencer's slowly starting to catch up on last hits. For 8 now on the Silencer. I guess the level 7 Zeus. 10 denies going the way of Silencer, so a little bit of an XP advantage. Looks like Silencer is starting to bully Scylla out of the lane a little bit. Doesn't have that much mana left. And the Arcane Curse comes out as well. He's going to be forced to TP back home. We'll see where he wants to go after this. He is level 6, so he can use the Thunder God's Wrath to get a kill. Monkey King uses the Primal Spring, and Saren is in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down here. He'll be the sacrifice. And Tex with Boundless Strike. I don't think PV is going to die though. The Pit of Malice comes out. Seems like PV is going to be fine. Right, so Drow is level 6 now. It means she can dish out a ton of damage if she gets lucky. Alright, Zeus now back with a full mana pool. It seems like Silencer is going to be the one who's forced out of lane now. As long as he doesn't waste too much mana spamming Arc Lightning. But he does have a full bottle as well. Top lane. Monkey King getting another kill on Saren. He's on a mega kill streak now, so Tex having a fantastic start so far. 10-minute bounty runes are coming up. We'll see what the villain wants to do with this. It seems like this Venge Illusion is going to deny this bounty rune if they're not going to get it. But Underlord's just going to walk up. Chilbro Swaggins, he wasn't looking at the clock. But this time, Facebook will finally get some runes. This is like their second rune this game. Bomberman, he might be able to stun Lion, but Chill Burst Wagons is gonna get the rune in time. And if he picks up the tome, he should get enough XP for the level 6, so he can definitely make moves here. Fruitcakes, he's got a duel as well, so this is good timing for them. Oh, the Chillburst Wagons, he didn't pick up the tome? Who's... Okay, he just bought it. A bit late on the clock there, but it's fine. So once they get this duel win, it's gonna help Legion snowball a little bit. As the attack comes out, just gonna walk away. It might be tricky to duel the Drow straight up. You have to stun her first, because otherwise she's just gonna gust you. Top lane, Death Ward comes out, Saren goes taken down, and PB, he's in a lot of trouble too. The Firestorm actually takes out the Witch Doctor there, so not cancelling the Death Ward in time. Alright, level 6 now in Chill Burst Wagons. We'll see what he can do here. He doesn't have a smoke, so he's getting a little bit harder. They do see where the Drow and the Ogre are. Okay, well, I think Chill Burst Wagons just showed himself. Seems like he went to pick up some mangoes from the fruits of his own labor. Multi-shot comes out. Ritual might be in some trouble here, but the courier is the higher priority target. Bomberman's courier goes down again. At least he got his boost this time, so not as bad as last time. Monkey King going for an Echo Saber, pretty stock standard stuff. I'm surprised this ward hasn't been dewarded yet. But I think mid lane, Silencer is starting to push out the Zeus. Zeus is really low. He's left the lane. 12 stacks of Glaives of Wisdom. But it's just Ogre down here now. So if they want to find the Drow, they need to like get deeper wards in their jungle. Drow's just completely left the lane now. So Fruitcake's not really having the explosive start he needs. He's gonna see Bomberman here. This might just be the target. Spike's gonna come out. This Global Silence gonna buy some time here. Also used for top. Saren gets taken down here, but Silence is top now. Tech's taking a lot of damage from the Glaives of Wisdom. One more hit, and he's gonna go down from the tick. And Chillburst Wagons, is he gonna TP top? I think this is a big mistake. He should have at least tried to secure Fruitcake's a dual win, but instead he's gonna TP top and not make anything happen. So pretty unfortunate there. A good trade for Microsoft. They are 3k gold ahead on the side of Facebook, so coming out of the end of the laning phase, they're doing pretty well. Oh no, Zeus. You can't spam skills. He's gonna... Oh, he's... This Arcane Curse is gonna last a long time. He might die. He has to... I think he's gonna die. What? No. He died! Oh no. Scylla. What? And meanwhile, Tex gets another kill on Saren. The Finger of Death was used for that. Probably not the most high value finger kill, but he does get a stack for himself. I really would have liked to see him team up with the Legion Commander. Legion still looking at 0 dual wins. But that was a huge misplay from the Zeus. I think he just underestimated the Arcane Curse. Like, what? What was he doing? Fine's gonna TP bot now, but there's no finger. It's on cooldown for 100 seconds. Blink duel, but I don't think he can get this kill. And Zeus ulti comes out, double gust onto both heroes, and a wasted duel right there. Zeus is going to go for Yules. I think that makes a lot of sense. Normally you would want to see Aether Lens as the first item, but since you're up against a Silencer, you need the Yules to dispel yourself, and also just buy yourself some time. And it looks like it's going to be maybe 3, it's going to be 4 bounty runes again for Microsoft. So Facebook just really not paying attention to the clock here. Try to get some nice neutral items as well. I think Faded Brooch is really good for Silencer. Top lane. Chillburst Wagon's gonna get... Oh, mid lane. Chillburst Wagon's gonna take it down by the Silencer here. Global Silence comes out as well. And Fruitcakes is in a lot of trouble. He has pressed the attack with a Mango, so he's gonna be forced to burn it here. Otherwise, the Arcane Curse will take him out. Top lane. Death Ward going to take out PV again. So top lane seems like the only redeeming factor for Facebook. And Tex not going to Primal Spring down to kill Saren, but Saren's definitely going to die here. Cast comes out, get the kill to Tex. So I feel like Tex is, I mean, they're still ahead on last hits. Legion with a blink as well, but not any dual victories to speak of. So that's quite interesting. Lion almost has Finger again, so this is probably around the time. Oh, Blink, duel? Nope, no duel on the Silencer. Oh, that could have been an easy win. Chillburst Wagon is TPing in too, but just missed the duel. Tried to get an extra hit off. But this is it. This can be their timing. And if Malice comes out, so I'm gonna have Legion interfering here. And I feel like this Mango Tree has probably done a lot of work for Fruitcakes, honestly, because he has been spamming out his spells non-stop. With the Soul Ring and the Mangoes, he just has infinite mana sustain. Alright, Yule's done now on the Zeus. He's going to skip Aether Lens altogether and go straight for an Ags. I think this is probably a good idea. You don't really want to get too many small items on Zeus. Ags really is the game changer on him. Cakes. He needs to go for, like, one of these supports needs to buy a smoke. Lion has one, but he's shown himself with a smoke, so if Microsoft are paying attention, they can play on the defensive now that they know this play is available. Fruitcakes and PV just gonna go mano. But Saren might be in a bit of trouble now. Do they see Ritual? No, they don't. Okay. Oh, mid. Zeus in a lot of trouble. Monkey King starts TPing, but he's going to cancel it. I think he really could have turned this around. Still, he's going to cancel his TP too. And Bomberman, he is after the Zeus ult, but he didn't use the Arc Lightning to finish off the Ogre. Meanwhile, Chillbro? Legion in a little bit of trouble too. The Death Ward gets cancelled by the swap instantly. And Chillbro Swaggins with the Impale. Is he going to go for the Finger? It seems like a bit of a waste to just use your Finger on a support. But he's going to go for it anyway. The villain going to get saved by the press the attack here. I very much disagree with how Chillbro Swaggins is playing this. He really needs to get higher impact kills with this Finger. Because he's used his last two Finger of Deaths on supports. And it's not like these heroes are very tanky. Silencer is not that tanky. Drow's not that tanky. Like, it's definitely a lot more useful to use it on cores. And this cooldown is really, really long. That being said, it was a solo kill, so he might get level 12 faster. But still, I think level 12 it's pretty far away. Legion still with 0 dual victories. There is the Death Ward in 17 seconds, so maybe the two of them can work together to kill. Ritual might be hard because Dra has a lot of armor. Lord ulti comes out, duel comes out, but there's no follow-up. The Earth Spike as well, so not going to get the dual victory, but Regal will fall here. Top lane, there's going to be 3 heroes going for the outposts. Do Facebook want to defend this? It's going to be pretty tough. They already took the outpost, but Saren with the magic missile, it seems like it's going to be hard for them to take it together. The global silence comes out, last word as well on the Monkey King, and he's going to be silenced for a really long time, so no Wukong command available here. The Death Ward comes out and commends Gamer. The Death Ward gets swapped, cancelled instantly by the swap, but Legion's in now, and this is a pretty big turnaround for them. Bomberman's also going to go down here, it seems like. Not really any way for him to escape. So, a pretty good trade overall. They actually got both outposts for the 20-minute mark, so Microsoft not going to get any experience here. mean, it does seem like Facebook is farming a lot better, a lot more efficiently than Microsoft are. But I feel like they could have been stopping this game uh, with snowballing Legion. Instead, Legion still with 0 duel wins, so it's just like not as efficient as it could be. Let's see if he sees the courier. Is he gonna go for it? It's too far away. The finger, it's gonna be up soon, so maybe this is the opportunity, but you don't really want to go on Underlord. He doesn't have a pipe yet, so it's not going to be the hardest kill. The Zeus ult comes out. He needs to not duel straight away. He needs to be a little bit patient here. Earth Spike? No Earth Spike coming out, and it seems like Underlord's gonna make it out. Pretty sure what this Lion's doing. Legion in a lot of trouble now, gonna get slowed to 7 hells. And the figure comes out on the Underlord, so they do get Underlord, but at the cost of the Legion and the Lion. I think that was a really bad trade. It could have gone a lot smoother. Not really sure why the Earth Spike didn't come out. But Tex, is he looking to fight this? He does have the Wukong's command. The cast comes out. He's not going to be able to get the Death Ward off though because of the silence. And the multi-shot's going to instantly kill the villain here. Commands Gamer, and Monkey King's gonna get an easy kill on the silencer with thanks to the vision of the mango tree. So no heroes with Killing Blade to take out the mango tree. Bomberman's gonna fall too. Chillbro, here he is. Hex on the Drow and an Earth Spike, and now Drow's very screwed. Swap comes out, gonna buy some time. Monkey King ulti comes out. I think that's kind of a waste, to be honest. Reach is gonna go down anyway. He really didn't need to burn that Wukong's command, but securing the kill, sure, why not? And they're gonna be able to get this tower as well. But meanwhile, Underlord's pushing mid. Seems like Witch Doctor's gonna come back to defend here.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant have fortified their towers.
So Hurricane Pike finished on Drow. Silence is also going for a Hurricane Pike. I don't mind it too much. I think you really do need to be able to have some extra mobility on these heroes. But I also find that they're not really grouping up as much as I expected with the Drow lineup. They're not grouping up for towers. Nice 10 streak on Bomberman. The Zeus ult comes out. Looks like they're gonna get this mid tower for free. There's no Quelling Blade on the Ogre, so he's not going to be able to cut any trees down. Actually, nobody has... Oh, Underlord has a Quelling Blade, but he's playing on the other side of the map. He really needs to be there to tank for his team. Alright, Underlord's in now. Venge is going for the outpost, but I feel like Venge is definitely going to die here. Thunderbolt's going to cancel the TP. Dual victory, finally for Fruitcakes. His first dual victory, 18 damage going his way. I mean, Facebook's vision is really good. They have clear vision of everyone. And I kind of feel like Microsoft, they probably missed their timing, to be honest. Like, they needed to hit this like 20-minute timing where they group up together, but instead they've been getting picked off, and primarily by the Monkey King. Top lane? Looks like Facebook want to defend this. This tower is pretty dead, but looks like Microsoft, they might back off here. Gonna be able to defend this tower. But Bomberman, he might be in a bit of trouble now. That's a lot of gem points for the Ogre. I don't know if lobby games count towards it though. Duel comes out and Ogre gets fingered. It looks like that's going to be an easy kill. Another stack of Finger of Death for Chillbro Swaggins. And another dual victory for Legion Commander. So a lot of infinite scaling this game. Blink Board from Chillbro Swaggins gets a 2-man impale. But it looks like he's going to give up his life for this. So not really that worth. Not getting a whole lot out of that. His team just not there yet to back him up. But Monkey King, he's got BKB now. An Orb of Destruction. Silence comes out top lane. Gonna cancel the Death Ward, and the villain also gonna go down here. But Saren gives up his life for that. The Thunderbolt comes out from the Zeus. Zeus seems like he's got his Ags done now. So this is a huge power spike for him. 25-minute batting runes. Legion TP'd bottom, so I don't think they're gonna have any way of defending this top tower anymore. Seems like Facebook are just gonna give it up. BT's next on the Zeus. I like this a lot as well. You can spam out waves really hard with your and use all your banner, and then be able to TP to fights. The other thing is you can use now your double global abilities to at the start of the fight, and then once you find an opportunity to join the fight, you can just BT's in. So you can play on the other side of the map, still contribute, and then when it's safe to come in, you can just join the fight. So it just gives you so much flexibility, and also like Zeus is not a slow hero, especially with this plus 30 movement speed. Once he gets the boots of travel, he's gonna have like 450 movement speed. So he's not gonna be that like slow glass cannon anymore. He's gonna be a speedy boy. Maybe we'll see a Kaya Yasha too. That'd be pretty sick. DD picked up for the Legion, not going to make too much out of it. There's a smoke up from Microsoft, but they don't have any vision here. Saren spots that Chilbo Swaggins. Oh, nice two-man Impale as well. The Nimbus comes out. The Zeus ultimate is not quite available yet, but it seems like Saren's going to die to the Nimbus here. And are they going to get any more out of this? The Glimmer Cape on the Monkey King. Fruitcakes, he wants more. He's trying to look for it, but not gonna get anything. Can't duel the illusion. It's gonna blink forward, not gonna get a whole lot. Also a Lotus Orb, quite interesting here. Alright, big fight's gonna break out. BKB popped by Monkey King. He's gonna drop the Wukong's command now, and a nice two-man inboundless strike. So Bomberman gonna get taken down here, and duel on the Underlord as well. Gonna secure that kill. Command's Gamer, he's stuck in a rock and a hard place. He can't run left or right. He's gonna get taken down too. So a great team fight from Facebook here. Unstoppable on the Monkey King. I mean, this game is looking pretty tough for Microsoft now. I think they just missed their timing. And also top lane kind of fed a little bit too much. I mean, it's a hard lane. You're up against a Monkey King as an Underlord, and Witch Doctor too, right? You got the Maledict. So that damage stacks up so quickly. But they have okay high ground defense. They have Firestorm and Multi-Shot, so it's not the easiest lineup to push into. We could be in here for we could be in for a very long game. Ag's next on the line. Interesting. Oh, Bob. There's no second. Wait, he could have swapped the Monkey King out. What? I heard a swap. And then he has another one. I feel like they could have gotten that Monkey King kill. That would have been huge. Monkey King, he's probably... I don't even know what he's on. I think he's on like Godlike or something. 11, 1, and 9. But even if he's like not currently on a high streak, he's the highest net worth in the game. Seems like a pretty big mistake. Saren in a lot of trouble now. The Blink Hex and the Nimbus as well. Gonna finish him off. Blink forward from the Legion Commander, just on the Silencer here, but there's not going to be any follow-up damage for stuff out from the Silencer. The Boundless Strike is going to miss. Fruitcakes, he's still going. He gets gusted, and Legion might be in a bit of trouble. The Lotus Orb comes out with the Wukong's command, so Fruitcakes will end up going down, but Rigel gives up his life for the Death Ward, also finishes off Bomberman. So another 4-man wipe to the side of Facebook. Not as clean as it could have been, but not too bad either. This Venge Illusion just dragging the creeps away, but it gets instantly destroyed by the Hex. And it's time to go high ground. There's still 30 seconds on the clock. They do have Firestorm, but daytime just passed, so the next siege, the next creep wave is a siege creep wave, so they're not going to be able to spam it down with Firestorm. But it seems like the call is to back off, grab the battery runes, get Roche, push the waves back in. Spider legs as well in the zoo, so this is one speedy boy. I don't really see many ways back into this for Microsoft. I kind of feel like they're really far behind. They're 10k gold behind, so it's a little bit rough. It seems like they're not gonna finish Roche. Seems like an opportunity to throw, so they play a bit safe here. But I mean, Monkey King, he's still got an 8-second BKB, so that's 8 seconds where they're just not gonna be able to control him. He can always get swapped out of the Wukong's command though, so that's one thing he needs to watch out for. Telescope found by Drow. I think that'd be pretty nice for the Vengeful Spirit. Just given some extra attack range on top of like the normal aura attack range. This Lotus Orb is pretty interesting. Like there's not a whole lot of things to dispel. There's like Silence, I guess, and Ogre Ignite. It's probably for the global silence. Legion might be in a bit of trouble. The Fire Blast comes out, but it's swap as well. Pit of Malice. It seems like Fruitcakes. He's just gonna walk out of there with the Lotus Orb. Double Dispel makes it really difficult to lock him down. Mjolnir done on Monkey King now, so this boy is going to be scary. He's going to TP directly into the shrine. It's going to take a while, but the fight is going to brew. The Zeus ulti comes out. We'll see where he wants to drop the Nimbus. Blink. Oh, press the attack. Blink forward from... Alright. Seems like Bomberman might be the sacrifice. Okay, they're going to get out of there with the Uber. AC next on the Legion Commander, so Legion's gonna be really tanky. Just the plate mail away now. Zeus going for a refresher next. Not an item I see too commonly on Zeus. Actually, I feel like there's a bunch of better options. Like I feel like Octarine's probably a better option than refresher, but double Nimbus is pretty cheeky. Bot lane, bot jungle. Nimbus gets dropped, but nothing gonna come out of it. Ags next on the Witch Doctor, and also Ags on the Lion. They're about the same amount of gold away from it. BKB next on the Underlord. That's an item you don't see very often on Underlord. He has a pipe already. There aren't, I guess there aren't too many items that he could buy at this point that would be useful. I would like to see it AC. I think Crimson could still be good. It's Monkey King ulti, Death Ward. I don't think they can kill this Legion Commander anymore. The Orbs Ward gets dewarded as well by the Zeus, so even more match control going the way of Facebook. And Elsie, he's done with the AC, so I wonder if he wants to save a buyback. It's probably fine if he doesn't. They're so far ahead right now. All their lanes are pushing in as well. Except maybe bot. But you can always just drop a Nimbus to push out lanes, which is one of the things that makes Zeus such a versatile hero. Seems like he's... Might head to the secret shop. Overwhelming odds. Oh, Midas on Ogre. Didn't see that at all. Stuff and Venge. What's Silencer going for next? Silencer hasn't made any progress since he got his Heart Hurricane Pike. I mean, I guess that's one of the problems with Silencer. He farms very slowly. He doesn't have many ways to flash farm. He needs to snowball and stay ahead. He's got a ton of stolen intelligence though, so he does hit hard if he is able to hit.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Interesting Uber. Just back home. But this Underlord, I think if you're Microsoft, you should definitely start saving for buybacks. There's a pretty high possibility you're just gonna be stuck in high ground for a while. Oh, Shieldburst Wagons gets revealed by the Wave of Terror, but not going to get swapped to the low ground. There is a lot of cast range swap onto the Monkey King here, and it seems like Saren, he's in a ton of trouble. Zeus ulti comes out, Nimbus finishes off the Vengeful Spirit duel onto the Drow in the backlines, but there's no follow-up damage, so Drow not going to die to the duel immediately, but going to be able to BKB out of there. It seems like Ritual's going to be okay, and the BKB is down from text now, so we'll see if Microsoft are able to turn this around. Chillburst Dragon's going to be the first sacrifice here, and it seems like Witch Doctor is also going to go down. Gets revealed by... Oh, wait, yeah. He's definitely going to die here. I don't think there's any way out for him, but... Oh, Legion died as well. When did that happen? To Silencer. But 2 buybacks committed on both of the supports of Microsoft. Still 15k gold behind though, so this is they're not out of the woods yet. But somewhat decent defense from them. I think Saren overplayed his hand a little bit. He didn't really have much follow-up after the swap because you can't expect to like stun someone who has a BKB with magic missile. It's a very slow projectile. I would have liked Ogre to go for Aether Lens. I think he's going for Greaves, which is fine, but the cast range is such a big deal on Fire Blast, especially because there's no projectile animation, so it's a lot harder to BKB dodge than a magic missile is. But there is the telescope now, so I guess that worked out for them. Just gonna Uber home. Satanic next on the Monkey King. I think this is probably fine. Just get some lifesteal, get some status resistance. Basically get a second life with the Satanic proc. Refresher's almost done on the Zeus now, so he's gonna start doing a lot more damage. And he's well on his way to level 25 as well. What he decided to take. He actually took the cooldown reduction talent and not the mini stun on the lightning bolt. It's not something you see every day. I feel like if you think you can't get Ags, then you don't go for the mini stun. But this is interesting. I'm personally not a big fan of this. I think the mini stun is like way too good to pass up. Venge gonna break the smoke here. The Zeus ult comes out, but Venge is also she's invis, so nope, the Nimbus is gonna miss. Not just dropping the lightning bolt, which is interesting. Blink duel on the Ogre. The Thunder God's Wrath comes out. It seems like Ogre's definitely gonna die here. Duel victory for Legion Commander 2. Actually, the refresher's popped already. That seems a little bit unexpected, but they're gonna go for Roche now. Underlord's pushing in bot. Man, Silencer, he hasn't queued up any items since the Hurricane Pike. He's really fallen off.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
Seems like it's all gonna be on the back of this Drow now, because Silencer, I guess he has a lot of stolen in.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Interesting. Tex went for the Tree Dance Vision AoE, but none of the other Tree Dance talents. I think the Tree Dance talents are all the best ones. Like, what's an extra little bit of damage going to do versus like 600 tree dance cast range, and also Primal Spring plus 400 Primal Spring damage. You can one-shot the creep wave with that. You just use that to farm. You don't even need to commit anything anymore. But T4 items are coming out. Havoc Hammer and Minotaur Horn found for the side of Facebook. We'll see what Microsoft are able to find. So they got the Havoc Hammer. That's a pretty good item for Underlord. Well, here's the Craggy Coat. So maybe just put the Havoc Hammer on Ogre. It's not too bad. Oh, Drow's gonna hold on to it. She wants the knockback effect. Okay, I think that's fine as well. You can always like use the Havoc Hammer plus the Gust as well to get them really far away. Press the attack. Nothing gonna come out. Timeless Relic. Oh, that'd be really good for Lion. He's got already really long duration disables. Plus the spell amp for the Finger of Death. Who's taking the Timeless? Zeus is taking the Timeless Relic. He wants the extra spell damage. I mean, if he went for the Lightning Bolt mini stun talent, that's like pretty sick too, right? Because then he gets the extra stun duration on the mini stun. Ags now done on the Lion Witch Doctor. He's also got his Ags done, so this game looking pretty tough for Microsoft now. The big power spikes coming out here, especially this like 20-second cooldown Finger of Death. He's going to be able to build up so many stacks. Plus 40 per stack. I really would prefer to give the Timeless Relic to Lion, because I think he can make better use of it, but I guess Zeus is fine too. Minotaur Horn on the Legion, so extra... Oh, Blink Hex onto the Ogre. He is pretty tanky. The Nimbus comes out, and looks like Lion really wants the finger kill, but didn't get it. Oh, dude, it's a 20-second cooldown. You might as well take it. Or you could have just used the finger earlier. You have like a pretty big window to get the kill within 3 seconds, so it's like it. He should have just used the finger, to be honest. But it's fine. The Uber has come home, but they're down a player. They don't have the Ogre to bloodlust the tower, so this tower push is going to be a little bit more effective. Oh, magic missile. Did she always have this? I feel like... Did she have a gold talent before? I don't think so, right? Anyway, here comes the high ground push. Legion getting wailed on from the back lines. The Lotus Orb is not going to be able to save the Legion here. So Legion's going to go down quickly. Tex with the BKB popped. Villain also swapped in now. So Bench gonna get blown up instantly by the finger and Zeus ulti, but ends up getting the Monkey King killed as well. The Wukong's command comes out, but they're not going to be able to get Tex out of this ulti, so it looks like the decision is to fight Tex inside the ulti, but I don't think this is a good idea as well. They need to run the duel, comes out onto the silencer, he buys back instantly as well. Venge also buys back here, so Facebook, I think they need to get out of here. There's 5 heroes up for the side of Microsoft. Pretty good high ground defense. They actually didn't even lose the tower from Microsoft, so good stuff from them. Drought has the money for a butterfly now, so it's going to be a huge damage and survivability boost for her. Shadowblade on Fruitcakes. That's an interesting one. Kaya now on the Zeus. We'll see if he wants to upgrade the Kaya to like a Kaya Yasha. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe just go straight for a Bloodstone.
This will do nicely.
Oh, that's juicy Boundless Strike. Also with the additional Wukong command ring, so that Wukong command is pretty huge. It's going to be a little bit tough to swap text out of the Wukong's command now, I think. But I think Saren should still look for it, because the Wukong command is like a pretty big part of their team fight. They don't have much team fight on the side of Facebook. It's all like a bunch of pick off, and Wukong command, it really is the only team fight here.
Money changes hands.
Alright. Silas has decided he wants to queue up a Hex, even though he has made negative progress in net worth in the last, it seems like 20 minutes. He's stalled for a really long time. BKB pumped by the Underlord, but not going to get anything out of it. And he might be in a bit of trouble. The duel comes out. It's a long BKB, but he might still die here. He's not going to die to the duel, at least. Boundless Strike comes out onto 2 heroes. Seems like Venge is going to die instantly. The Death Ward comes out with the Wukong command, and the big Axe Death Ward is going to do a ton of damage. Going to take out Ogre and Underlord, and meanwhile, Silencer dies back in the corner over here as well to the Maledict. Nimbus comes out, not going to get any kills there. There's no Refresher orb right now, so it's fine. But this is a big opportunity. Should know for sure that both Venge and Silencer don't have buyback, because they bought back in the previous fight. I think Ogre doesn't have buyback. Also bought back in the previous fight. No, he just doesn't have enough gold. Interesting that Ogre's going for Blink Hex. On the Underlord, the multi-shot comes out, but not going to be enough to kill anyone. Fruitcakes, he is looking for a duel. I mean, even the duel with the Underlord right now, I think that's perfectly fine. He doesn't need... Oh, the duel onto the Drow, and Drow's going to get blown up instantly. She has buyback, so we'll be forced to use it now, but I still don't think they can defend. They're going to wait for Venge and Ogre at least to come back up, so at least losing one lane of Rax. Then, let's see. There is Wukong's command in 7 seconds, so this, and AoE press the attack as well on Legion Commander, so it's going to be really hard to get anything done. The Global Silence can get completely dispelled now. Tex actually taking a ton of damage from the Drow Range here. The Satanic is popped though, so he's healed back up to full life. The Death Ward from the low ground with that Glimmer Cape as well. Tex in a lot of trouble. He drops to Wukong's command now. He's quite low, but it seems like Drow in a lot of trouble and gonna get taken down here as well. Die back on the Drow. I think this is GG. Silencer's finally back, but he's too late to the party. So, oh! Somehow Tex died. He's got 7k gold though, so he can definitely buy BTs and just TP back in. Yeah, 34k gold lead. This is definitely not going to happen anymore. Everyone's just buying back so they can end the game. They know Drow and Underlord both don't have buybacks, so it's just a matter of time until Microsoft GG's out. So I guess I actually feel like Facebook probably could have stopped this game a lot harder, to be honest. Like, this Legion didn't snowball as hard as she could have. I didn't get any dual kills early on. I think Chilbro could have made some better rotations. Nice 3-man finger with the Zeus ulti. He's just gonna take everyone out. And that's the end of the game. For Microsoft's side, I don't really know what happened in mid. I feel like Silencer should have trounced the Zeus a lot harder in lane, but then Zeus was up in last hits. Maybe I should watch the start of the game again. It was a little bit confusing. I definitely feel like Zeus should have gotten dubsted by the Silencer. That was the reason they picked him last. Bot lane I think went fine for them. Not too many big issues. Regional got a pretty well-timed level 6. I think there was definitely a few occasions where Regional could have gotten some kills on either the Legion or the Lion, but was too busy focusing on last hits, which is like, it's fine I guess, but like they could have snowballed the lane a lot harder. Top lane was a complete disaster for Microsoft. They they just fed a lot. I kind of feel like it all comes back to the level 1 atrophy aura. I just don't think that's like a good build. They could have pressured the Monkey King a lot more, and also a level 1 Wave of Terror probably would have been a lot better. Although, you could argue that like if he went Firestorm at level 1, Magic Missile, an extra second in the Firestorm is pretty worth. So I think I'd be more critical about Underlord's build than Venge's build. But in terms of like uptime and spamming, I think this lane could have gone a lot better for them if Underlord went Firestorm at level 1, Venge went Wave of Terror at level 1, and also picked up a Bassi Ring as his starting item for the extra mana region so they can just keep spamming out a lot more. Because Monkey King, he doesn't deal well with ability spam at all. Like, you have to get close to get Jingu stacks, but then like if you're standing on top of a Firestorm, is that really worth it? So definitely some improvements from the Microsoft team possible. They could have done a little bit better in the early game, maybe grouped up around the 15 to 20 minute mark and started taking some towers, because that's really what their draft was about. But not able to execute on the game plan, and they're gonna lose the game for that.